Okay, I am just waiting a minute for somebody to get into the stream that specific person I'm waiting on, and then we'll get started. Okay, so I believe when we left off last time, I said I was going to play you some of the Huey tapes. So I'm going to start with that, and then we're going to get back into the missions where I think we left off. So we're going to listen to the stuff from Questioning Huey 1 and 2.
It wasn't just Cypher. Back in the Caribbean, every eye in the world was turned on us. A private army, just a bunch of guys with guns, in possession of a nuke? Why wouldn't they be uncomfortable?
And that's why you made sure the inspection happened.
Well, I thought our best move was to prove to the UN through the IAEA that we had no nuke. Of course, I was against us having it in the first place, but that was Snake's decision.
The boss wasn't responsible.
Well, don't get me wrong, I still believed in Snake. I thought I was making the best decision for all of us, that's all. I figured we should get a third party to exonerate us before proof of the nuke did get out. And who better to do that than an organization with international authority?
So the truth is, you took it upon yourself to agree to an inspection arranged by the UN. Only the inspection was a ruse, and Cypher's strike force, XOF, showed up instead.
I had no idea that would happen.
Enough bullshit!
Oh, sure, like I could have known. You know, I was just trying to prove our innocence to the world. What's wrong with that?
We're not interested in the excuses you've thought up. The truth is objective.
Just see it from my point of view.
You led XOF to the control tower. They seized it, giving them complete control over the base. Moments later, they detonated C4 on the strut legs. Anyone who'd managed to survive was hunted down by the assault force and their choppers.
You can't believe I did that on purpose.
That was the end of Mother Base. But it wasn't the end for you.
How can you... Look, think about it. I lost something too. I built Zeke and it got buried underwater. I am a victim.
That raises the big questions. Why were you the only one spared? You got away without a scratch. Why did Strangelove leave the base on the eve of the inspection? You two were close.
Strangelove?
And how did you manage to build something that surpasses Zeke in every way? Because you did everything they told you. You're the only one who didn't lose a thing. That is the truth.
I was taken away against my will. Skullface forced me to do his research these past 9 years. He used me. I lost 9 years.
9 years. We all lost 9 years. It wasn't just you.
I suppose blaming me makes you feel better, does it? But who's gonna give me back all the time I lost?
You're not getting anything back.
You're not a victim here, Emmerich. You're the perpetrator.
I didn't know anything.
Nobody can back that up.
Yeah, all the evidence is at the bottom of the ocean.
You know the hardest man to break? The type who's fooling himself. That takes time. It's easier to live a convenient lie than a painful truth. Is that the piece you've chosen, Doc?
I'm not lying.
Of course. Just let me check one or two things. On that day, you were in the control tower with him. Lucky you. That's how you got out. Only you, right before the base went under.
They had me blindfolded the whole time. I've never been so scared. The whole flight, I thought they'd kill me. But thinking of you kept me going. My comrades, all the way.
And?
There was a plane journey, and then we traveled by road. When they finally took off the blindfold, I was in kind of a warehouse, on the floor. Afghanistan, it was that research lab. I couldn't believe they'd taken me halfway around the world. And soon enough, he came.
Skullface.
He's the one who's really behind that Mother Base attack. He forced me into that research.
What kind of research?
He told me to build a bipedal walking tank for the Soviet Union. Like Peace Walker. A system that could fire an ICBM-class nuclear weapon. That's how, by comparison, a whole world apart from an upright bipedal weapon system. Originally, Sahelanthropus was going to be a manned weapons platform. I designed a cockpit in its head, and I planned to fill it with water as a buffering agent.
Like how Paz modified Zeke for human control.
Don't compare me to some amateur. I designed it for human control from the beginning. The problem was miniaturizing the posture control AI. You remember the reptile pod?
The AI that controlled your unmanned weapons.
Attaching it externally makes it vulnerable, so this time I wanted it beneath the armor. Meaning I had to make the AI smaller. I got it down to less than a tenth the size without any loss in computation speed. But it was still too big for the cockpit. There wasn't enough room for the pilot. If I made the head bigger, its body would have to be bigger to support it. Too big to be practical. In the end, human piloting was taken off the table. I tested a remote control system too, but there was the time lag and I wasn't satisfied with its precision either. Plus, it would be useless if the enemy jammed it. So next, I went back to trying an AI-only system. To do that, I had the AI pods recovered from Nicaragua. This was a hybrid AI, a combination of Peace Walker's reptile and mammal pods. The only AIs that had ever successfully operated an unmanned nuclear weapon system.
Really? You'd need some help to get that working. Expert help.
Did you work with someone?
I worked alone.
You did that yourself?
That's the thing. The AI didn't pan out in the end either. But I did finally get Sahelanthropus walking by folding over its upper body to lower its center of gravity. The first upright bipedal locomotive weapon system in the history of mankind. I guess, technically it falls into the anthropoid ape category.
I don't see the benefit of having it stand taller.
On terrain with significant differences in elevation like Afghanistan, you need a body that's vertically adaptable. That also lets it attack from long range while using mountain ridges for cover. So, making it walk upright was the most important factor in giving it superior height capability. As the name suggests, that was the whole point of Sahelanthropus. But I was being pushed for results. Having the AI mounted externally would have been the fastest way to get it working. I just needed more data so it could maintain its balance. But Skullface refused to wait. He dismissed the idea of AI control and took Sahelanthropus away from me before I could finish it.
But it was walking when it came after you.
That's just it. I don't understand how Skullface got it to move upright, without a pilot or an AI. And walking at that speed, too. It's beyond anything I could have imagined. This is like the Wright brothers making it to the moon. I'm just as clueless as you are.
So this Sahelanthropus, where is it now?
I have no idea. All my experiments took place at that cave. I've never seen it anywhere else. Besides, it's still just an incomplete prototype at this point, and nothing but a paper tiger. Even if it can walk, it's far from being a viable weapons platform. It wouldn't be useful in actual battle.
Emmerich will remain here at Mother Base for now, but not as a member of Diamond Dogs. I still don't trust him. That work for you?
Fine by me. He can't be allowed any contact with staff either.
Yeah. A lot of the guys would love some payback for 9 years ago. We still need him alive. But we have to restrict his movements. He can only go where we tell him. And of course, the interrogations will continue. He worked for that skull bastard for nearly a decade. He still has more to tell us.
How long are we gonna press him?
If our investigation shows he really had nothing to do with the attack, we'll reconsider his place here. But I don't expect that to happen. Remember that water tank-shaped object in Emmerich's lab in the Soviet base camp? The thing that started talking to you like a possessed answering machine. That was a pod built for housing the AI used to control unmanned weapons. You remember, back in '74 in Costa Rica. It was in those machines you fought there. They were designated Pupa, Chrysalis, Cocoon, and Basilisk, and each of them was fitted with an AI unit called a reptile pod. Emmerich created it. It mainly handled the machine's posture control and autonomous behavior. But the Basilisk, aka Peace Walker, also featured a second AI pod. That one was called the Mammal Pod, and it was created by Dr. Strangelove. She tried to recreate the boss's personality through the Mammal Pod, but you pulled out its memory boards. That's when it transferred its own functions to its reptile pod. Just like a human brain compensating for damage by using the remaining healthy parts. The result was a unique entity, a hybrid of the reptile and the mammal. It sank to the bottom of Lake Nicaragua with Peace Walker. But apparently they salvaged it and transported it to that lab. Don't let it deceive you, Snake. It may sound like the boss, but it has neither a personality nor a will. Like Emmerich says, it's just a machine.
You called that thing Sahelanthropus. Where does the name come from?
Well, several years ago, an excavation team discovered a hominid skull in the Sahel region.
Central Africa, the Southern Sahara.
Cypher gave the specimen the name Sahelanthropus, Man of Sahel. And then they covered the whole thing up.
Why?
They probably wanted to monopolize information about human evolution to have a head start in their genetic research. At least, until they had an idea of what they'd found.
It was that big of a discovery, huh?
Sahelanthropus was a gracile hominid, estimated to have lived about 7 million years ago. What's significant about it is how its skull's foramen magnum faces down. In other words, its spinal column supported its head from underneath.
It stood upright.
Right. Which would mean Sahelanthropus walked upright 3 million years before Australopithecus, making it the world's oldest human species.
Walking upright. I get it. Hence the name Sahelanthropus for your machine.
Walking upright was the decisive difference between our ancestors and other anthropoids. Our brains could get heavier once they were supported by the spinal column. That led to the use of tools and the development of complex communication through language. Only man is capable of this. My creation will be the progenitor of all bipedal weapon platforms.
And you did this for Cypher?
No, not at all. Sahelanthropus is the best proof that I never betrayed you guys.
What do you mean?
The reconstructed Sahelanthropus skull looked exactly like the skull we used as our logo 9 years ago in the Caribbean.
An army without a nation. Outside the world order.
The design was based on Pangaea, the supercontinent that existed 250 million years ago, right?
Yeah. When the world was a single landmass. That concept's at the source of our strength.
I felt the same way about Sahelanthropus. Sure, I was forced to build it under their orders, but I always wanted to put its technology back in our hands someday. That's the reason I incorporated the old insignia into Sahelanthropus's name. Don't you see? That's how much I was thinking about you guys.
Oh, I see, all right. I see someone desperate to cover his ass. You can say whatever you want after the fact. But that skull also symbolizes somebody else. Skullface.
Snake, you finally came. Just don't record this, okay?
I'm not recording anything. What's this about?
What I'm about to say stays between you and me. It's about the weapon to surpass Metal Gear. You know a researcher by the name of Clark? He works in the biotech industry, real advanced stuff. His area is bioengineering, but lately he's also gotten into genetic research.
Never heard of him.
Well then, what do you know about cloning?
I think I've heard enough.
Hold on, this is important. Cloning lets you create a genetic copy of an organism. You take the nucleus of one of its cells, and you swap it with the nucleus of an unfertilized egg from another member of the same species. They started out working with plants, but since then they've had success with other organisms, including mammals. It's a hot area for a lot of places right now. Corporations, universities, research groups. There's no shortage of scientists out to get famous and patent their work, with morality taking a back seat.
Isn't that a little outside your field?
It's got nothing to do with my research. But I thought it might be of interest to you. Cloning, and Dr. Clark, I mean.
Go on.
Now, this is really highly classified stuff. But I've heard that an American biotech company has successfully cloned a human being. What's more, it happened over 10 years ago. And the researcher behind it was Dr. Clark. You've really never...
Doctors.
This Dr. Clark is a complete ghost, even to others in his field. His age, where he comes from, that might not be his real name. And I can't even say for sure he's a he. Clark's employer, ATGC, its company motto is embracing your hopes, preserving talent.
What does this have to do with me?
Cypher. Dr. Clark works for ATGC, and they have connections to DARPA. Cypher couldn't function without the communications network DARPA's built. Meaning, Cypher has to be a part of the Pentagon. Or at least, the two are joined at the hip. DARPA is a driving force behind human cloning. It's a pretty high priority project for them. And this Dr. Clark, some say he's a pivotal player in Cypher. But that's not all. Every cell nucleus in an organism contains the genetic information for that organism. Think of it as a blueprint for life. Clark appears to be working on how to decode this information and rearrange it at will. If you could do that, it would mean being able to custom design human beings for specific purposes. Can you believe that? Suppose for a moment that this is all fact. A man of your talents, if your genetic information died with you, that would be a terrible loss for mankind. But what if mankind could preserve you for future generations by cloning you?
All right, enough. I get the idea.
Look, I know it's inductive reasoning, but this weapon to surpass Metal Gear they're developing in Africa, I believe it's something that uses this new technology. Speaking as a fellow scientist, it chills me to the bone.
That's rich coming from you.
If genes serve as our blueprint, then I wonder if they include an impulse that drives us to tweak the design. Can you imagine that? Genes encoded with information that wants its children to decode it. Is life itself putting the direction of our next evolution in the hands of scientists? I guess it would take some real arrogance to believe that. And yet, it could be what Cypher's after.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree. But that was an interesting story. It'd make a good movie.
You have to believe me.
Where'd you hear all this anyway?
Where? I just overheard it in bits and pieces while I was forced to do that research for them.
Right.
Wait a minute. Look, I want to help you. I want to be of service here. I'm risking my life with this.
Is that so? Maybe it's time we brought someone else into the conversation.
No, not him. Not Ocelot. You can't do this.
Okay, so we got a whole lot dropped on us there. Mentioning paramedic, and they made the same gender mistake in Metal Gear Solid 1. I don't remember how they got around it. They did explain it somewhere, I think in one of the books, but I don't remember what the explanation was. Or maybe it was MGS4. Either way, I don't remember what the explanation was for why they always referred to Dr. Clark as a him. And then they retconned it to being paramedic from Metal Gear Solid 3. So I don't know. I don't remember how they got around that. Alright, but I think this is where we left off. I think we're on Pitch Dark. And we gotta switch our buddy, because we're gonna bring Quiet in. And we are going to find us a dumpster, and we are going to get nice and smelly.
Angola's Mfinda oil field, upstream from the landing point. A spill has covered the whole area and crude. A pipeline that crosses the Muneni River failed. Now the shore's a mess. Not to mention the villages downstream have no drinking water. To the pipeline from that facility. Taking it out should end the leak. The client this time is an environmental NGO. Destroy the facility. Stop that leak. This may seem like straight-up philanthropy, but there's another reason we agreed to it. The Mfinda oil field was outdated. Abandoned. Then the rebel group UNITA moved in, taking it upon themselves to kickstart operations. UNITA's been rapidly modernizing its arsenal.
Oh shoot, I didn't change my loadout. Damn it.
Ciphers. Keeping tabs on UNITA could tell us who's pulling its strings.
I forgot to change my gear. Oh no, I can change my loadout. Sweet. That's what I want. Right there. Forgot to do this before it started.
The war industry we started has taken a pretty crooked course these past 9 years. With no other options, soldiers have become dogs of war, sent to conflict zones as private forces, or PFs. Guys we fought alongside are dying all around the globe for no reason. No banner. But it's how they survive. The demand for PFs here in Africa is especially high. Cold War standoffs, resource exploitation, tribal clashes. What's big business for developed countries has only brought conflict here. That mess you're standing in is just the latest example.
I always have trouble remembering where to go here. Is this it? No. There we go. I don't know why I always have trouble remembering that. Alright, enemy presence detected. That's always fun. Yes, that is quiet humming. Yeah, the quiet's always humming that tune.
You've arrived at Massa Village. It's been turned into a supply hub for United, meaning it'll be stocked with weapons and resources. Should be a thing or two that'll come in handy. Don't be shy. They deserve to be in better hands.
Okay, I need a better angle. Let's see what we can do here. Nope. Maybe. Maybe. What else do we got? There's got to be more of them down here. Alright, I guess I'll see anybody else? There's another one. Alright, that's all I can see for now. Okay. I'm gonna cheat a little bit.
Where are your friends?
Nighty night. Sure. Oops, not what I wanted.
Oil facility and stop the flow of oil. Head north through the village, and you'll find
There
the
we go.
facility further on.
Can I take you out without... Yes. Just gonna put you to sleep. Alright, keep marking them for me, quiet. So I know where they are.
Get ready. Fire!
I also really hope you weren't terribly attached to this guy, dude. I hope you're,
He's
but
coming too.
I'm not gonna have this guy waking up on me. It's just not an option. Anything in here? Nope.
Ik wil niet terug.
You will be one of my brainwashed minions who likes it when I hit them. Yes.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Oh, there's another one over there. Uh-oh. Where am I being spotted from? I'm not sure.
Fire!
No, don't climb the box.
You gotta extract him. Children. Child soldiers. Children there are abducted and trained to be soldiers. They're only taught to fight. And one day they grow up and teach the next generation the same way. With a gun in his hands, a kid is as dangerous as any adult. Only they don't know a thing about right and wrong. Boss, do not hurt any child soldiers. If you do, the mission is over.
Okay, we're gonna walk around these child soldiers as best as possible. Anything in here? Ooh. I still haven't found a dumpster to hide in. I want a damn dumpster. Crawl through the oil water for a little bit, see if that gets me dirtier. Whatever, okay. Haha. Okay, if there's anybody else watching right now, I apologize, but we're going to get nice and stinky, and there's a reason we're doing it. So we might be in here for a few minutes.
Keep in mind that time doesn't stop while you use the iDroid. You can even move around while using it, but pay attention to your surroundings.
Let's see. What do we got for music? It's been a while since I've listened through what kind of music we've got in here. Oh, it's not the vocal version? I like the vocal version. What's this? No. There we go. There's one we can listen to. Again, if there's anybody else watching, there's a reason I'm just sitting in this dumpster. I'm killing that's totally gonna get a a copyright claim made on my video.
What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
So much nostalgia with this song.
Someday you go through the
MGS, well, if you don't count Metal Gear for the NES, MGS 4 or 3 was my first Metal Gear game. Made me fall in love with the series.
the trial to survive for the day we see new life.
I really need to hook up my camera so you can see me acting like a goof right now.
In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way
Yeah, I did. I really did play 3 before 1 and 2. It was literally my... Well, again, except for the NES game, it was my first Metal Gear game. Okay, we're gonna pass on that. Ooh. Sins of the Father is a pretty good one. Yeah, I know, I'm a weirdo. Alright. We're gonna keep listening to that. We're gonna get moving. Oh shit. Pick the worst time to come out.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. The village. Continue heading for the oil facility. It's located upriver.
Oh, that was close. That was close. This is a different version of this. This is a different version of this this song than I have on my iPad too.
Too. Roger that.
Our salvation lies beyond the truth. Let me survive in my heart, I just know that there's no way to light up the door.
You gotta extract him. He's coming too. Roger that. is the property of Saner, South African Natural Resources. Saner drills oil wells wherever they can throughout that region. And when the oil dries up, they abandon the facility. Then it's only a matter of time before the aging equipment starts leaking crude. That means United's takeover is the perfect cover for Saner. Now they can blame the spill on a bunch of oil thieves. However you look at it, Saner's far from squeaky clean.
And this is the song that Quiet keeps humming.
Stop the leak, you need to shut down the oil transfer pump and destroy the oily water separator tank. The details are on your iDroid.
Ooh. Oh, you're coming home with me. Oh, yeah. Alright, what do we got over here? Ooh, you too. Who else can I take home? No. Glitchy thing. Ooh, I like you too. Alright. Got a few nice ones here. Let me see. No. Oh, okay. Oh well. Okay. Anything else interesting in here? Where are we? Nope, we finished that one. It's in here. Oh, this is all stuff that's gonna totally get a... That's all copyrighted music. Eh.
Speak. Where are your friends?
Anybody notice that? Nope. Okay, good.
You gonna extract him?
Okay. Oh, come on up here.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Come on up here, you'll die. Just warning you. Oh. Hello. Do you want to be one of my brainwashed minions? Oh, crap. Hurry up. Get in there.
There's the transfer pump control room. The emergency stop button is probably inside it.
Oh.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Okay.
Bodies. Why?
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Oil transfer pump shutoff confirmed. Next, destroy the oily water separator tank. That'll ensure they can never use the facility again.
Fire!
Oferta sytuacji, ale nie idę. Stan B.
Okay, so now... Ooh.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Destroy that separator tank. You'll need to use explosives. Got any C4?
Oh, I got plenty of C4.
Alright, you planted the C4. Don't set it off until you're at a safe distance.
Big bada boom.
tank. Once it goes up, the enemy will come running. Secure the area before you detonate the C4.
Come on, go to sleep. There we go.
Wait, fella.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Alright, so now we're just taking a back way out of here and... then... I should have gone up on the rock and watched it blow up.
You destroyed the separator tank. Objectives complete. Though security will be tighter after that explosion. Get out of there ASAP.
That's the plan. Let's see. Pick up. Where's... No, I'm not having you pick me. Okay, I can do there. Is there anything closer to where I am? No. Alright, well. I'll figure it out. Let's see. There is a... shoot. Where is that? Ah, crap. Okay. Let's get that chopper called. No. Sure.
Roger.
Alright, you wait there. I'm on the way.
Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by. Gaining altitude.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Sweet.
Mission complete. Great work.
Not my best run, though. But I still net made money, which is good.
Boss, we took another look into Sainer, the owner of the oil field. They were behind what happened. They hired the PF, not United. They restarted the facility all the while pretending they were the victims. One other thing. Sainer's Johannesburg head office is just a room in a multi-tenant building. Company's essentially non-existent. 3 years ago, that investment fund stepped in and started gutting it through a series of mergers and sell-offs. And get this, the fund itself no longer exists either. It's a shell corporation, meaning someone is just using Sainer's name from the shadows. But what about those strange corpses? Just what the hell were they doing over there?
Okay, not quite buggy yet, but we're getting there. So... there we go. Walk in there with the right gear this time. Lingua Francia. Or something like that.
Several high-level British CFA officials are being held by their Afrikaner colleagues. One of these prisoners is the rescue target, a guy known as the Viscount. The target's location is unknown, but they're bound to have an interpreter present when they interrogate him. We've used info from the intel unit to predict the interpreter's location. It's on your iDroid. Follow the interpreter and extract the target when you find him. Snake's not the target. Orders are only the Viscount gets rescued. Can't understand why he'd receive special treatment, but I don't imagine it'll be a problem to save the other prisoners too. You found the interpreter. Now follow him to the target.
But I want to just take them all
The
home.
CFA are all business. Hard to believe they're interrogating their own. Situation must be worse than we thought. Make a wrong move, and they could kill the target without warning.
Alright, sorry dude, I'm not really looking for you.
Afrikaans is the lingua franca for mercs in that area. If you're going to get any information from interrogations, you'll need an interpreter. But don't extract the interpreter just yet. If he doesn't turn up, they won't be able to do the interrogation. If they then decide the target's no longer any use to them, they won't hesitate to kill him.
Oh, if I wasn't tailing them. If I didn't have people to tail, I'd go sit in the dumpster for a minute. I want to get all smelly. Because I'm a weirdo. Alright. Okay. You, I don't give a rip about. You, I wouldn't mind taking home.
What's the cost?
Alright, so apparently that's not my target.
This is your last chance. Die MPLA se olieveldregter. Haar het die inligting vandag. The MPLA's oilfield rights. Where did you get this information? They told me. They only know. It was anonieme bron. Moenie nou boek opvat nie. You're not fooling anybody. That's Kenny, not the other. No, Kenny. Hy sê jy moet die ander probeer vra. O, julle het saam 'n storie op. Dit, so kom jy nie die Britte kan vertrou nie. Weet jy hoeveel Afrikaners het oor die hele geleide in se Boeroorlog? You made up a story with the others. You British are all liars. You know how much the Afrikaners suffered because of you en verloor word. That wasn't me. Hy sê dit was nie hy nie. Maar dit was julle wat ons verraai het. But it was you that betrayed us. It wasn't me. It was the Viscount. Genoeg. As jy niks weet nie, is ons seker klaar nie.
So, our rescue target was behind some kind of plot. Boss, I did some digging, and it seems the target himself gave us this mission through a representative. Obviously, he couldn't contact us directly due to his predicament. But still, something about this Viscount doesn't add up.
That guy's lame. I'm just gonna leave him there to rot, so... Oh, boy. Alright, now... Another... Uh-oh. Oh, down, down, down. No, it's a good thing I didn't take that guy out. Would have alarmed these guys. So why did they drive all the way in there? If they're just walking back out here.
The interrogator mentioned oil field rights belonging to the MPLA. The CFA were supposed to be working with the MPLA's opposition, UNITA. Did the British group try to offer their support to the MPLA in exchange for oil field rights?
Okay, you guys seriously have, like, no peripheral vision. No wonder they had to clone Big Boss. He was the only one in the game that had any peripheral vision to deal with. $6 o'clock. Okay, you took that car from back there. You took it all the way in there just to walk back out here?
If you're going to use a weapon, be careful not to draw the enemy's attention. If you run into trouble, give us a call. We may be able to offer some advice.
Is there only the one way in, or can I lob a couple sleep grenades in there?
Was jy laat wag? Sorry we kept you waiting.
You're gonna kill me anyway.
Hy sê jy gaan hom
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
Maybe not, depending on what you tell me.
We don't know the informant's identity.
Hy sê hulle weet nie wie die informant is.
Looks like the target.
He does not believe you. Maar as jy so graag die emmer wil skop, wie's ek om te stem? If you want to die, we will make it happen. Nooit vir die Britte gewerk het nie. We never should have worked with the Brits.
Boss, with that panic going on, they could decide to kill the target. Hurry. Target extraction confirmed. Get yourself out of the hot zone. By chopper or by land. It's your choice. interpreter extracted. All you need to do now is
Okay, where's the nearest chopper?
Roger. Mission complete, boss. Boss, now that the Viscount is no longer with the CFA, he says he wants to work for us. Something about him bugs me, but he did pay us for the contract, and he'll probably come in useful for something. See if you can find a place for him. According to the Viscount, the CFA planned to switch sides from the United Rebels to support the MPLA government forces in exchange for oil field rights. By the way, boss, we got some interesting news out of our friend the Viscount. He mentioned that more than a few PFs in the region have purchased walker gears. The CFA's the same. That's Soviet Army technology, and it's still a prototype. Only Cypher could be leaking it to the PFs. But the question is, why?
We're not quite fly. Footprints of phantoms. Ooh, eliminate the walker gear. Trail voices. Ah, wait, okay. A little further. Alright, so eliminating the walker gear. Yeah, we'll go with what we got. Footprints of phantoms.
Boss, this contract comes from the People's Movement for the Liberation of Angola, also known as the MPLA. The PF at Ditati Abandoned Village has been supplied with walker gears. Your job is to eliminate them all. Destroy them, extract them, whatever you see fit. This just might get us closer to the walker gear supplier, Cypher. Good luck, boss.
mud! I have no idea if that actually helps me get dirtier or not, but it's worth a shot. That was silly. Alright, but no game's perfect. If I'm not mistaken, the walker gears are all up over there.
The targets have been deployed to that outpost. Find and eliminate all of them.
You suck, so you better at least have some good intel for me. Oh, prisoners. Thank you, I'm sure you were very helpful. Alright.
Hey, is jij alright?
Alles gespannt, das sind wir. Wir haben noch eine Lassi. Eingenierer. Onward for the attack.
Crap.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake?
I decided to play around a little too close to the walker gears. Got hit by a little machine gun fire.
The Piat Jitati abandoned village has been supplied with walker gears. Your job is to eliminate them all. Destroy them, extract them, whatever you see fit. Good luck, boss. The targets have been deployed to that outpost. Find and eliminate all of them.
That looks... Yep. We'll see if I feel like getting you after I get the walker gears. Which I thought were usually up here somewhere. Or over here somewhere anyway. Oh, there we go.
That's a target. Eliminate it any way you'd like. He's coming too. Roger that.
Okay, so there's
Nice
4.
work. Keep it up. That's the way.
Oh, there's the other 2.
Targets remaining. Your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
begrijp. Weg met onderzoek. Zo gauw als mogelijk. Uit.
I think we're going to stick to land for this one.
You're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete. Yes, mission complete. Boss? Boss, we were right. Once Once you'd eliminated those walker gears, a resupply call was made from Ditati to CFA headquarters. The CFA then contacted none other than Saner. That's right, the shell company that owned Mfinda Oilfield. So Saner was just a front for Cypher. The resupply won't be happening just yet. But we did learn that the walker gears are transported out of Nova Braga Airport. Apparently, there's a distribution network on the Savannah that links all the PF outposts. I'll have the intel team investigate this network. If Cypher is supplying PFs with walker gears, the PFs have to be offering them something in return. We follow the money trail. We might just find ourselves on Cypher's doorstep.
Alright, so now we got a long way to go. Actually, I wish I'd ran out with one of those walker gears right now. Make this trip a little closer. Still, for someone that was in a coma for 9 years, he's got a heck of a lot of stamina. Trader's Caravan.
Objective is to steal an entire truck from a PF convoy. We don't have a fix on the truck we want, but the intel team has spotted the unit that's been tasked with escorting it. They're stationed at the guard post to the north of Nova Braga Airport on the Savannah. The rendezvous with our target will be any time now. Start by heading to that guard post. Then follow the escort unit. It should lead you right to the target truck. Boss, extract them from the mission area. You can check the target details on your iDroid.
Okay, so that away. And we're gonna get the skulls in this one. You know, I really wish they wouldn't do those credits at the beginning. Because it kind of spoils it when, like, the skulls are gonna show up. Because it always says, guest starring the skull unit. Ooh. Ooh. There's a couple of nice ones in here.
You've reached the guard post. Where's the escort unit?
Ooh. Nice. Yeah. Okay, so some of these guys are coming home. Some of them are just dying.
The escort unit isn't there. We must be too late. Is there anything there that might lead us to the target? Look everywhere in the guard post. He's coming too. Roger that. You found an intel file. Use your iDroid to scan it, and we'll analyze it.
Lens flare.
Perfect, boss. It's the escort plan for the transport truck. I'm putting the escort unit's predicted route on your iDroid. Get after them. They should rendezvous with the target soon.
Okay, so...
He's coming too. Roger that.
Back... that way? Yeah. get to the road. If I could find a truck, that would be nice. What are we doing? Still working on it. Should be a road here somewhere. There we go. Now, which way? So they should be going that way, which means problem is, where are they now? Because that's the path they would have come from. But that's the direction they're going. And I don't know where they are. Yeah, trust me, dude, you didn't see anything. Where are we? Okay.
Extract him. That soldier, he isn't with the CFA. What could be so important that it would require 2 major PFs to guard it?
Talk.
Alles geht verder, das steht hier. Alle hierher, alle Baupositie. Herr alle hierher, alle Baupositie.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
I have no idea if they know where I am or not. There we go. Oh, crap. Well. Alright, we're just gonna hang out over here. Well, I know that the truck hasn't gotten here yet. Which is good. Means that once these guys calm down... Yeah, I get it. Okay. Just let them chill out. Yeah, that was the curfew alarm. I completely forgot the curfew alarms went off, and I thought it was something on my game for a minute. It's like, wait, what is that? Jesus. I am really having issues here. Quiet, probably best to get out of there. There you go. Alright, let's see. Anybody else I don't have marked? Okay. Well, there's the caravan I want.
Uh-oh. The enemy's on combat alert. Now that they know we're chasing them, the target will make an end run to its destination. Hurry up and find that truck.
Oh, I found it.
I have an urgent report from the intel team. The target has almost made it to Gazeba camp. You've got to hurry.
Oh, goody.
Scout, these bastards are pulling. It is headed to Cypher.
Yep, I gotta get out of here.
Leave the hot zone and find someplace safe.
I'm working on it, Kaz. I'm working on it. Show-offs. A little bit of help here, Quiet. That'd be nice. Crap. I'm in a lot of trouble. Crap.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake?
Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. They got me.
Extract the PF transport truck. Throw a wrench into Cypher's plans. You can view the escort unit's predicted route on your map. The target should link up with them somewhere along it.
Okay, so... Is that the right way? Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the gear to fight the skulls, so... I suppose I could call it in. Screw it. Let's do it. Let's see. Supply drop. Weapons. I'm looking for... this guy. Yeah, just drop it right here where I am. Hopefully it gets here before they start moving. Okay.
Hey, fella. What's going on? Hey, fella. Stay okay.
Talk. Where are your friends?
He's coming too. Roger that. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Okay. So, we could sit here and wait, which would be the boring way to do it. Or we can go skull hunting. Let's go skull hunting. There we go. Find it. I'm running right next to it. Damn it.
What happened? Boss!
Okay. So I need one more thing. I need one more thing that I don't think I have.
Extract the PF transport truck. Throw a wrench into Cypher's plans. You can view the escort unit's predicted route on your map. The target should link up with them somewhere along it.
Okay, I need one more weapon or items. Let's see. That's right. Yep. Right here is just fine. Right here is perfectly fine. Oh, an active decoy. I suppose I could have tried that. Oh, come on. Come on.
Boss, what were you thinking? Target destroyed. Mission failed.
No, I'm not equipping the stupid chicken hat. I'm not equipping the chicken hat. That's not happening. No, 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 no. Not happening, not happening, not happening.
Extract the PF transport truck. Throw a wrench into Cypher's plans. You can
Alright.
view the escort unit's predicted route on your map. The target should link up with them somewhere along it.
Yeah, the chicken hat's kind of like easy mode. And I refuse to equip it.
Scott, if these bastards are pulling guard duty, that proves the cargo is headed to Cypher.
I'm getting out of the hot zone in style, baby.
Roger.
You know, that may not have been the best place to send that support helicopter. 'Cause I think I just sent it right over by the... Oh, but they might all be sleeping. So it might not be so bad.
This is Pequot. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequot. On station at LZ.
Finally.
Gaining altitude.
Oofda. I tell ya. I made that a lot harder than I needed to.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh?
Somehow I still made a profit on that one.
Boss, we searched the truck you recovered. There were two primary types of cargo. First, drums of malachite, a copper ore. That took up most of the truck bed. But malachite isn't valuable enough to warrant an escort. The real cargo was likely the second item, a shielding container. The contents, yellow cake. That's right, the raw material for a nuclear weapon. That might point to the weapon to surpass Metal Gear Emmerich told us about. But who can say? Thing is, there isn't a lot of it. Not enough to make a nuclear warhead. Give us some time. We'll look into it. Try to figure out why they had this under such close guard.
Okay. I think, if I remember right, she might even go through a little routine here. Okay, let's see. Which one was that? Do. Trader's Caravan, so... We are on the rescue the intel agents, I believe. Alright, so we are on 17 next time. Let's see. Side ops. Important. Damn you, Kojima. Interesting fact, though, is the lady that that played Quiet, at least the visual Quiet, because I think Dana Burke, who did the songs, did the little bit of voice work, the humming and stuff. She games, and she has a Twitch channel, and she actually played through Metal Gear Solid 5 on Twitch. At least part of it. I watched part of it. Alright, anyway. It is about 10 o'clock, which means it's about time for me to start mellowing for the night. So I think I'm going to end it here, and we'll just have to remember that we are on, I think it was 17? Yeah, 17. Rescue the intel agents is where we will have to remember to pick up next time. Yeah, I don't follow her on Facebook. I follow her on Twitch and Instagram, I think. Not that I Instagram much, but at least I think I did. I don't remember. I follow her a couple places. But yeah, I think I'm going to cut it here, and we'll have to remember number 17 is where we are. Alright, until next time, stream is going off.